The state's third largest school district, Cy-Fair ISD, welcoming students back on Monday.
And tonight, Superintendent Dr. Mark Henry discusses some of your concerns from our KHOU 11 Back to School survey. Here's Jason Miles.
Inside a brand new administration building named after him.
It's a real honor. I never anticipated that.
Cypress Fairbanks ISD Superintendent Mark Henry spoke with me about his pending retirement.
Well, this is my 42nd year in education.
One that will come about midway through his 13th school year with Cy-Fair.
What is the biggest challenge in 2023 for a school district in Texas?
Well, for us currently, it's two things. Number one, funding. The state has not provided adequate funding to meet the mandates that they require, nor have they kept up with inflation.
Mandates include safety and security measures many families brought up in our KHOU Back to School survey.
On behalf of parent Amanda, how can we make sure that our children are safe in school?
In all honesty, we're a decade ahead of the state.
Henry says Cy-Fair installed things like controlled access, security vestibules, and panic buttons in classrooms thanks to previously passed bonds, but admits making sure there's an armed officer on every campus, which is a new requirement, may be a struggle with a limited applicant pool.
And we estimate in order to fulfill that, it would cost us $9 million. We already spend in excess of $42 million just in safety and security every year.
Adding routes and adjusting bell times are ways the district is dealing with a bus driver shortage, which plagues many districts.
I think that requires about 75 fewer bus drivers by doing that. But having said that, we're still 100 bus drivers short.
Catherine wanted to know what you're doing to retain teachers and I guess attract new ones.
Well, we're one of the highest paid school districts in the state and certainly in the region.
Henry says Cy-Fair is also less reliant on alternative certification programs to gain qualified teachers.
Regina wants to know, do you plan on banning books or removing books from libraries?
We have a district process that we're working on right now, and it will be in conjunction with the new state laws, so the state will help advise us.
Crosby ISD and some smaller area districts recently went to a 4-day school week, something Henry says would be much harder to implement in a much larger district.
Is that something Cy-Fair would ever consider? And Cassandra asked about that.
Well, I would say with me here, no. The other districts have to make their own decisions, but here I think 5 days is appropriate.
While Henry may be retiring, he says he has no plans to stop advocating for public education.
I'm a strong believer that every child that's born or comes to this country deserves an equal opportunity to achieve the best that they can be, and I think we're losing some of that.
In Cypress, Jason Miles, KHOU 11 News.